Hi there. Are you ready for today's science topic? Let's look at something we see almost every day. Today's question is, why does ironing remove creases? We see wrinkled clothes become smooth again. But how does that happen? Let's solve this daily life science mystery. Have you seen clothes like this at home? All wrinkled after washing or wearing? And then, after ironing, the same clothes look neat and smooth again. So, what changed? Let's find out what's really happening inside the cloth. Let's first understand what creases are. Creases are wrinkles, that is, bends and folds in the clothes. They happen when fabric gets squished or crumpled, just like a piece of paper. Clothes can get creases when we wash them, sit in them, fold them, or pack them tightly in a bag. So, why do clothes wrinkle in the first place? To understand that, we have to dig a little deeper. Clothes are made of very tiny threads called fibers. When clothes are washed, folded, sat in, packed tightly, these fibers bend and squish. If the fibers stay bent for some time, we can see wrinkles on the cloth. That's how creases are formed. Now let's find out what ironing actually is. Ironing is a way to smooth out creases from clothes. An iron works using two things together, heat and pressure. The heat plus pressure helps remove creases and makes clothes smooth again. So, why are heat as well as pressure important for ironing? The heat from iron warms the bent fibers. Warm fibers become soft and relaxed, so they are easier to straighten. When we press the iron down, the pressure pushes these relaxed fibers flat. Slowly, the creases begin to disappear. After ironing, the fibers cool down. When they cool, they keep their new straight shape. That's why clothes stay smooth even after the iron is removed. Alright, now we know how useful ironing is. But safety is very important. Ironing is a task for adults. Children should always ask an adult for help and should not use the iron themselves. Ironing should always be done on a stable ironing board or another surface that is flat and heat resistant to prevent accidents. It should always be made sure that the hot iron is kept away from the body and face of the one who is ironing as well as of others, especially children, at all times. The metal plate of the iron gets extremely hot and can cause serious burns. So, never touch it. Alright, here's a fun fact about ironing. Before electric irons were invented, people used heavy, smooth stones to press their clothes. They spread damp clothes on flat surface and rubbed the stone back and forth to flatten the creases. Some people even heated the stones near a fire and wrapped them in cloth so they wouldn't burn their hands. This was just like an early iron. So today's iron is basically a really smart modern version of a very old idea. Alright, now let's quickly recall what we learned today. Clothes have tiny fibers. Creases form when fibers bend. Iron gives heat and pressure. Heat relaxes fibers. Pressing makes them flat. Cooling keeps fibers smooth. We always have to follow the safety rules of ironing, that is, asking an adult, ironing to be done on a safe, stable surface, always keeping a safe distance from the iron, and to never touch the hot plate. Right, now you all know it's the time for quiz. Alright, I hope you all are ready. First question. Why do clothes get creases? Is it because the cloth shrinks when it is worn? Is it because clothes are folded or pressed for a long time? Or is it because fibers bend and fold? Think about what happens inside the cloth. Which option explains creases the best? Yes, the correct answer is creases appear because fibers bend and fold. Alright, next question. What does heat from the iron do? It relaxes the fibers. It makes the cloth softer for some time. It removes dust from the cloth. Remember what heat does to the fibers? Take a moment. Yes, the correct answer is it relaxes the fibers. Next question. Why is pressing needed while ironing? To keep the cloth in place, to push fibers flat and smooth, to spread heat evenly on the cloth. Think about the job of pressure during iron. Yes, the correct answer is to push fibers flat and smooth. Very good. Now to the next question. Why do clothes stay smooth after ironing? Because fibers cool and keep their shape. Because the cloth becomes thinner. Because air inside the cloth disappears. Which option matches what happens after the cloth cools? Yes, the correct answer is fibers cool and keep their shape. Very good. Next question. Which two things help remove creases? Heat and time, heat and pressure, water and movement. Think about the two helpers the iron uses. Yes, heat and pressure. Alright, now the last question. Who should use an iron at home? Only adults because it is hot. Anyone who knows how to use it. Children with supervision. Think about safety first before choosing. Yes, the correct answer is only adults because it is hot. Excellent. Great work, clever fabric scientists. Now you know how heat and pressing help smooth out creases in clothes. Keep asking why, even while helping at home and noticing everyday science.